In the serene village of Omoni, where the rivers sang with the birds and the wind carried the scent of wild hibiscus, lived Mama F, a widow known for her wisdom and gentle heart. After years of waiting and praying, she bore a son named Chuka. He was her only child, and from the moment she first held him, Mama F vowed to protect and nurture him with every breath. Raising Chuka alone was not easy. She sold firewood, washed clothes for others, and even farmed small plots just to send him to school. Neighbors often marveled at her resilience. Chuka is lucky, they would say, his mother is his guardian angel. And indeed, he was. Mama F never let him go hungry or lack the warmth of love. As Chuka grew older, Mama F continued to labor tirelessly. When he fell ill, she walked miles barefoot to get herbs and medicine. When school fees were due, she sold her only goat to pay. Her love was constant, and her sacrifices knew no limits. She endured whispers, hunger, and pain with a smile just to see her son thrive. Eventually, Chuka graduated from university, thanks to his mother's sacrifices. On graduation day, he wept in her arms, promising to build her a mansion one day. Mama F beamed with pride. For her, the reward was not a mansion, but seeing her son become a man of value. She didn't know her greatest trial was still to come. Chuka got a job in the city and married a beautiful but proud woman named Amara. Amara was from a wealthy background and struggled to relate to Mama F's humble ways. At first, Mama F stayed in the village, living quietly in her old mud house, occasionally receiving money and gifts from Chuka. But with time, Chuka remembered his promise. He went to the village and brought Mama F to live with him and Amara in the city. Mama F was excited but humble, carrying with her a large old bag no one thought much of. Amara welcomed her with a smile that didn't reach her eyes. Amara began treating Mama F coldly. She mocked her village ways, called her bush woman, and complained about the smell of palm oil soup. Mama F, in her wisdom, remained calm and tried to help around the house, but every effort was met with irritation or outright rejection. Amara didn't stop at harsh words. She started twisting events to paint Mama F as a troublesome old woman. She claimed Mama F insulted her, interfered in their marriage, and even accused her of stealing money from her purse. Chuka, blinded by love and trust in his wife, began to doubt his mother. One evening, Amara accused Mama F of pouring hot water on her favorite blouse out of jealousy. It was a lie, but she made it convincing. Chuka, now under pressure and embarrassed, yelled at his mother. "You are destroying my home," he said. Mama F tried to explain, but her words fell on deaf ears. Chuka, shaking with anger, ordered her to leave the house. "Take your bag and go back to the village," he said. Mama F's heart broke into pieces, not because of the insult, but because it came from the son she raised with love. She picked up her heavy bag quietly and walked into the night. Under the moonlight, Mama F walked toward the bus station. Passers-by looked at the old woman carrying a dusty bag, unaware it contained a secret worth more than gold. The journey to the village was long and bumpy, but she arrived safely and returned to her old house, now covered in weeds and cobwebs. She sat on her wooden stool, surrounded by memories and silence. Her neighbors were shocked to see her return, especially without Chuka. She said little, only that she needed rest. But inside, her heart mourned for the son she had once called her world. Days turned into weeks. In the city, Chuka began to notice Amara's coldness increasing. She no longer pretended. The food was tasteless, her attitude hostile, and the warmth of their home vanished. He started to miss his mother's gentle laughter and the scent of her cooking. He returned home one evening and stared at the empty room his mother once occupied. For the first time, guilt pierced through his heart. He reached out to Amara to apologize for how they treated his mother, but she shrugged it off. "She's old. She belongs in the village," Amara said. Chuka's heart sank deeper. In the village, Mama F opened her large bag and counted the money inside. It was a gift left to her years ago by a kind stranger whom she had once helped when he was sick and homeless. He had returned years later, a successful man, and gave her $1 million, begging her to use it for good. She had kept the money hidden all these years, waiting for the right time, to use it to build something meaningful for her son and the community. But now, she felt differently. If kindness can be mistaken for evil, she thought, then this money must find a purpose beyond blood. Mama F visited the village chief and shared her plan. She wanted to build a home for orphan children, children who, like Chuka once was, needed love, shelter, and care. The chief was shocked but overjoyed. God must have sent you, he said with teary eyes. Construction began immediately. Workers arrived from neighboring towns, and soon the old village was buzzing with excitement. The orphanage was named F's Home of Hope. Mama F smiled again, not because of the building, but because she was giving love to those who would not throw it away. Word of Mama F's orphanage spread like wildfire. Pictures of the construction reached social media. Local news channels covered the story. Old woman donates $1 million to build orphanage in Amuri, one headline read. Chuka saw the news one morning and nearly dropped his tea. He stared at the photo of his mother. Same old wrapper, same tired eyes, and that same big bag he had once dismissed. Regret hit him like a hammer. He had thrown out the most precious woman in his life, and with her, a treasure more valuable than money. Chuka packed a bag and took the next available bus to the village. Along the way, memories of his mother's laughter, sacrifices, and soft songs haunted him. He saw her in every tree and heard her voice in the wind. When he arrived, the orphanage was already near completion. Children played joyfully in the compound, and Mama F was in the garden planting flowers. Chuka approached slowly, unsure if he would be welcomed. She turned and saw him, her son, broken and humbled. For a moment, silence stood between them like a wall. "Mama," he said, falling to his knees, "I am sorry. I failed you." Mama F looked at her son, tears filling her eyes. She knelt beside him and hugged him tightly. "My son," she whispered, "love is stronger than pain. I forgive you." They cried together under the mango tree, the same one where Mama F once sang lullabies to baby Chuka. The villagers watched quietly from a distance, many wiping their own tears. It was a reunion soaked in sorrow, but sealed with healing. When Amara heard of Chuka's journey and the $1 million donation, she too came to the village, but her motive was not pure. She arrived dressed elegantly, hoping to repair what she had broken. She greeted Mama F, but the warmth she expected wasn't returned. Mama F was polite but firm. "This home was not built with bitterness, and it will not house deceit," she said. Amara, embarrassed and exposed, left quietly. Chuka finally saw her for who she was. Love built on lies cannot stand. Chuka decided to remain in the village to help run the orphanage. He resigned from his city job and poured his time into the children's welfare. Mama F was proud once again. This time, not because her son was rich, but because he had become wise. They cooked together, played with the children, and planted fruit trees around the home. Every laugh of a child echoed with redemption. Chuka learned the value of humility, and Mama F, once cast aside, became a mother to many. Years passed. The orphanage grew into a school, a clinic, and a sanctuary for the forgotten. Mama F passed on peacefully, surrounded by the children she had come to love like her own. Her portrait hung above the entrance of the building, smiling forever. Chuka continued her legacy, telling every child her story, of love, betrayal, forgiveness, and purpose. He kept her bag, now empty of money, but full of memories, as a reminder that true wealth is not what we keep, but what we give away.